Hey guys, how are we doing? And welcome back to another episode of the automation campaign. In the last episode, well, we messed up a little. Now, we decided to make a new vehicle, the Sposter, and we decided to put it up on sale, considering that its competitiveness was relatively good. Only to find that when it went up for sale, as you can see right now, it is losing us almost 9 million in profits, which really isn't great. We're almost bankrupt, and now we've got to somehow save the company. Now, I've had the idea, and it should work, is to pause production on both the Sposter and the Hente, which means that they won't be producing any more vehicles. The factories will be shut down, which means we won't have any factory costs. So, if we let the game play now, we should be making a profit. So let's have a look at this. Speed up a little bit. There you go. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. We're making money again. So we're going to wait until the Hente has completely sold out, well, the stocks we have. So we've now reached a new year. So let's continue producing the Hente and wait until the Sposter starts selling a little bit more. Now, there you go. The Sposter is making profits itself now. And if we wait until 1959, we should have about 50 million, I'd hope. There you go. So we've made a nice profit there, and the delivery variant of the Sposter has actually begun to sell. Now let's have a look. So in today's episode, I would like to facelift the engine. It's really out of date now. It's about 10 years old, and we need a new vehicle, a new engine. Now, including that, we're going to be producing a bigger engine, probably a 4-cylinder of sorts, for the Sposter, because the engine is just too underpowered. And I mean, to make up for the fact that we've got such a huge factory, we might need to produce another car just to fill up just to make the factory more useful. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be facelifting the Sposter. Main reason for that is we can then judge best how a new engine for the vehicle will actually do, because it's very important. We already have the factory with the old tooling on it for the engine that it's currently using, and if we can retool that factory to produce engines for this vehicle, that would be brilliant. Okay, so new project. We don't have a name for the engine just yet, and I am very tempted by a boxer engine to keep the engine as low down, because it is literally underneath the feet of the drivers. So if we can try and keep the size of the engine down as much as possible, it'll make the vehicle a lot more comfortable in the inside. Now, size-wise, I will do a boxer for now. We'll see how that works. We'll do a 1.5 litre, I think. I feel like that should be fine. There you go, that works. And we're going to move away from push rods. We're going to be using direct acting overhead cams. Material will be just cast everything, because we don't want to invest. We can't invest in an aluminium foundry for the factory. So we'll do about 7.2 compression for now. It's probably a bit high. And cam profile will stick at around 28. Now I'm just gonna go with eco, probably a twin carb. I think that would make the most sense to get the engine as powerful as possible for what it can be. Now, rev limiter will do about 4800, short cast. We'll do single exhaust. We don't need a huge exhaust. We'll do no muffler and reverse flow on the next one. And actually, this is a brilliant start. So let's have a look here. First of all, we can increase rev limiter by a lot. Second of all, we are very efficient. If I bring this down, it brings the efficiency up, but it makes the vehicle a lot slower. So let's increase this by about 3. Increase this by about 4. Which means we can put 7.5 compression into it. That would be brilliant. There you go, we're making about 40 kilowatts of power, which is around, I would want to say, what, 53 horsepower, something like that, which will be which is a huge boost for this vehicle. So how are we looking for the internals? We're actually doing fine. We don't need to use any special engine parts. Yeah, I feel like actually let's increase this a little bit. We can work with this. And this is working perfectly. So we've got a 17% fuel efficiency, which is huge. It's about 0.5% better than the old engine, I believe. It's producing a lot more power. It is about 30 kilos heavier, but for a vehicle of this size, I don't think that's too important. So we're gonna just make the valve cover out of steel. Valve trim cover out of chrome, bolts out of steel, and yeah, that's fine. So let's have a listen to the engine, I'd say. That doesn't sound too bad. It sounds quite throaty, I like it. And I feel like it'll give the van just a little bit more character. So now that we've got the new engine in here, fuel efficiency I believe has come down, hasn't it? So let's compare with the old version. Which one we've got? We've got this variant. So compared to cars, so no, fuel economy's gone a lot higher actually, but everything else has improved. So I feel like that's a decent trade-off apart from weight, but that was to be expected. So I'll work on getting the statistics for this vehicle while just making the vehicle nicer to be in, nicer to drive and everything. And yeah, I'll be back when the vehicle is done. Okay, so here we are, just facelifting the Sposter. Now I really hope for the sake of the company that this works out, because after seeing how the vehicle did afterwards, I was very worried that this would just be a huge failure, that it would just all flop, and I'm still scared now that this vehicle won't do very well. But nevertheless, we're facelifting the vehicle now. I've decided to go with updating the bumpers. Now I don't want to do too much to the vehicle because I don't know how the vehicle will actually do. So just a small little update to the visual design of the vehicle. Nothing dramatic, just trying to make the car look a bit better. Obviously the new engine will be in it, and just tweaking a few sliders and a few settings to make the vehicle a bit more appealing to others. But yeah, the vehicle will be done in a second now, so I'll be back when it's done. Alright, so after about 10 minutes of work, I did just a few little things to the Sposter. I put obviously the new engines in it now. Upgraded safety, put in progressive springs instead of the standard springs, and just tweaked a few little other things, and yeah, put a new bumper on it. I feel like that looks I mean, I don't know whether it looks better, but it's something different for the company. The back stayed the same apart from this what you call it, the step. And yeah, I didn't do too much to the vehicle, and yeah, that's how we're going to sell it. So market wise, it's sort of a bit of well, it hasn't reached many markets, but we have the van variant for that. So we'll get the van variant now, and just put the new body on it, see how it does, and yeah, we will sell the vehicle, and then we'll sell the vehicle from there. Alright, so now we have the van variant of the Sposter, and yeah, I think I'm not going to change anything. It can carry much more than it could before, because the engine is now able to pull a lot more, so it's able to carry almost 2 tons of load in the back of it. So we'll put up the vehicle for sale, and hopefully it'll work out this time. First I'm going to rename the engine, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so let's produce the new vehicle, and I mean, we're not going to touch any of this just yet. I don't think we need to. 15.8 million will be the cost of retooling this whole factory. Wait. Why did it only choose the one vehicle I've just seen? It only chose the... Yeah, there we go. We want the second vehicle on top of that as well. So the delivery variant. So 42 million. That's fine. Now, reliability, I feel like we've got to bump that up. I mean, we've got to somehow sell the vehicle, so... let's see if we can get the vehicle to release in about 2 months. So, 32 months. So, I mean, the 300 competitiveness score is fine for me. So, let's go do it in. Let's go put the engine into production, and we already have a problem. Even if we max out tooling quality and... Oh no. I mean, we need to produce as many engines as possible, and we do not have the facilities to do that. So that really sucks. We can get it up to about 4,300, about 2,500, but we do not have any quality QA threshold. Quality assurance? I believe it means quality assurance. So let's make the engine more reliable, like we did before. We'll do about 80 reliability. Oh, and the engine takes so long to design. Why? Fuel system and exhaust. Right, we're gonna have to go back and edit the engine a bit to make it easier to... There you go, engineering time is way too high. So we'll do +1. I mean, the engine's not going to be as powerful as it was before, which kind of sucks, so... Ah, there you go. There you go. So, take compression away by 1, which means the engine is less reliable, less powerful. But it is what it is, so... I mean, what else can we do? If I put a single carb on it, it only reduces it by 0.7 months. I mean, what's taking so long? Wait, let's quickly... If I do push rods... No, it makes it longer to engineer this vehicle, this engine. So... What else can I do? If I reduce this... Take away some quality, because we don't need that much quality anyway. There you go, we've got 59 months. But -7, I don't think it's worth it, so we'll do quality 0, +1. Do we really need that +1? I think we do. This sucks. This is a very annoying situation to be in, because now the vehicle itself is going to take so long to produce. We should have made this engine before we released the vehicle. So it now takes 55 months. I mean, we could make it go faster, but the amount of money we'd have to put into it is ridiculous. So what we will do is, when we go to actually release this vehicle, we will... There you go, engines per month, 3,100. Which means we can increase the amount of production we get from the... Actually, the spotter should be fine. So... I mean, optimize it a little bit, but then it increases the amount of time it takes to make the vehicle again, so... Oh, there you go. If we make the engine a bit more manual, more of a manual tooling, then we should be closer. We'll do it about 48 months, so 60 months after the spotter comes out. Hopefully that'll be enough time for the vehicle to be interesting. So the engine factories are still overworked. I mean, what else can I do? I mean, I could reduce just slightly how many actual vehicles we're making, so how many spotters we're making. So let's go back and see. So factory management, car factory. I mean, what we could do is we could just increase the quality of the vehicle, and then or the quality assurance of the vehicle, and then we should be alright. Tooling we can increase. No, we don't want to increase that, it'll just... But yeah, we can increase the quality assurance, which means that the vehicle has a higher quality and we're producing less. It's a sort of win-win. So we need to go back into... Let's have a look. Oh, it's still slightly overworked. So let's see here. What else can we do? I mean, we could just reduce the quality, tooling quality just a tiny bit by 5, and automation by what, by 3 or so. We should be fine now. We should easily be fine. Now, forecaster, we're already looking much better than we did before. We already should be seeing a profit the whole way through. We just got a loss on the actual vehicle because of the factory. So we'll do the same sort of pricing we did before. So yeah, look at that. That's brilliant. So now the vehicle all of a sudden is making a huge profit. So let's increase the price a little bit on the van variant so that it might actually... Oh, this is selling much better than it did before. Mainly because the price has gone up. So if we do about 6.8 here... No, we need to keep the people mover price all the way down. So 6... And we'll do about 6.2 thousand for the van. 6.5? I mean, $500 is a lot of money. So, but yeah, we'll do this. Should be making 75 million in profits in the first year, which is huge. Yeah, so we'll put the engine factory is still tiny bit overworked. So, hold on, we'll go back into the factory. This is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So tooling quality just down a little bit more. I mean, we need to make it so that the engine factories aren't overworked to keep them happy and from making mistakes. So there you go. We are now under the matching load line. Vehicle still selling brilliantly. We'll do 6.5 and 6. There you go. Brilliant. So let's complete design, and we are going to have to call out, we're going to have to pull out a loan on this. Now I'd rather repay this one quickly, but not that it costs too much money. So problem is, let's reduce the loan to about 100 million so that we have to pay 30 million of our own money, which we easily can do. That means if we target 76 months, we'll pay it back in a 1.5 million per year, 1.5 million per month. That should theoretically be fine. So let's put the vehicle up for sale, or let's create the facelift, and we're going to want to do the same for the Gente. So we're going to now produce a facelift for the Gente, and I'll be back once that is finished. Okay, so here we have it, the updated Gente. Now, visually, all I did was put the new bumpers on, lower the grill a little bit, put these little 2 intakes on the front, and replace the the rear bumper as well. Engine-wise, I mean, you can see here, it's gotten a little better. The problem is with an engine this small, you can't really improve it massively, so this is the best I could do. I mean, it is still a gain. I can't really complain, and compared to the old engine, it's a lot more efficient and everything as well. So, actual car-wise, I mean, it doesn't drive too much faster. I mean, its fuel efficiency, I believe, is better than the old variants. So, if I go to, I believe it was this one, yeah, this one. So. Oh wait, no, that's this vehicle, hold on. If I go to this variant, fuel efficiency's gotten a bit better, reliability's gotten a bit better, the off-road's gotten better, and just most things have gotten better. Prestige has come down, comfort's come down a little bit, but we can fix that with a little bit of suspension tuning. So, all in all, I think the vehicle has gotten better. Well, it has to have done, because if it doesn't, it's... We're in a bad spot. But in terms of market reach, we are reaching a lot of different markets now. So the family sector isn't really ours anymore. We need to produce a new car that really taps into more of the family premium market. And in terms of it reaches all the city demographics, the passenger fleet, and the family utility, which is quite cool, to be honest. We've got lots of different sectors here. So what I'll do is I'll do the same for the 9, and yeah, I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, so here we are. All I really did was put a new engine into it, and that was it. Now, funnily enough, this vehicle actually does better than the large engine variant. It might be due to the fact that it is a little bit more efficient and a little bit more drivable, I believe. If we compare it to... there you go. It is less drivable, a lot more fuel efficient though. So, I'm not entirely sure why. But it's got a high competitiveness score in pretty much every single sector. So what we're going to do is we're now going to put the vehicles on sale. The engine itself, I'll show it later, didn't really get much of a gain. It does its job. It now has 24 kilowatts of power, so it should be enough. But in terms of how many vehicles we're producing, it's about 1,500. I mean, we could actually make a bigger factory now. How much would that cost to make? So 100 million, but we will be selling a lot more of these vehicles, so it might be a good idea. I am not entirely sure. So we'll increase the tooling quality, but just a little bit, to try and just to make the best of the situation. So what's going on? The engine's not being produced. Okay. Well, the old vehicle. So we're going into here now. Oh wait, you know what I did? I did a bit of a dum-dum. I forgot to create a new variant of the engine, didn't I? Let's have a look here. If we go back and... no, we've got it here. But for some reason one of the vehicles isn't using it. Wait, let's have a look. Yeah, this one isn't using it, look. So I've got to just quickly put the engine in. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so that makes things a lot better now, and I mean a lot better. I mean, look at all these large competitiveness numbers. That's incredible. So we are the engine's pretty much fixed everything here. So gearbox wise, we shouldn't be having any. Oh, we do have a tiny bit of wheel spin, so we'll quickly just fix that. There you go. So that's perfect. I mean, the car is literally, it's got such a high competitiveness score. I'm a bit amazed. So let's go put the car up for sale. So let's produce the engine first. Let's put the engine into the factory. Now this is going to go into the large factory. Since the Sposter isn't actually using this engine anymore, this factory will solely be for this vehicle. Now the issue is the factory is huge. So let's see if we can downsize the factory. Can we downsize the factory? Yeah, we can. So we're going to go with a medium one factory. That'll be enough for now. So it actually costs, we're actually making money to get this factory. So what we'll do is we'll size it down just a little bit and then increase quality. So it only costs 32 million to produce this factory. But even then we're producing 9,000 engines. We don't need 9,000 engines. So there you go. That should be fine. We're producing 5,000 engines, which means that the vehicle will be producible. So we're actually going to be making money from this, from sizing down our factory, which should help in terms of costs. Now, increase reliability on everything. We need to. Now, I know the engine will take a while. Oh no, this is the engine, isn't it? So the engine doesn't actually take too long. We'll see if we can get the engine out in about 34 months. That should be fine. So sign off screen. The engine also doesn't cost very much to produce, which is brilliant. And let's have a look at this. So already making money towards the end, but that's because we haven't put a proper price for it yet. So I'm gonna go with I believe what the old pricing was, which was 5,000, 5.2 and 5,000, and wow, that's a turnaround. I mean, considering that the vehicle itself was losing a lot of money beforehand, that is a big turnaround. So 5 million in profits. So the vehicle itself, hugely reliable. Oh, the vehicle only takes 9 months to refresh though. So we could go full into learning and full into making this cheaper to revise. So let's have a look at it now. 5. Oh, that's amazing. So we're still going to do 5.5 and 5. Oh no, 5.2. Ooh. Did I just put 52? Yep. 5.2. There you go. And 5,000. That's incredible. I mean, if we bump the prices up a little bit, I think the vehicle will make us even more money. So I don't really want to be the company to say, okay, look at the numbers, but that is an easy 100 million more for about $300 per car more. So there we go. I mean, we're making profits straight away from the first year, so we shouldn't worry too much. So we will take out a loan. We need to take out a loan. So if we can get it to repay about 2 million per month, that'll be fine. We'll do 100 months. Engine will get a refresh, vehicle will get a refresh, and then yeah, we'll take a look how it goes, and I'll be back when the vehicle's produced. Okay, so while I was waiting for the vehicle to be put on sale, I realized that as soon as this vehicle, the delivery variant of the Sposter, was put up for sale, no, sold out I mean, we were going hugely into the minus. So considering that the Gente is not making us any money anymore, we're going to have to pause production on that as well, and just hope that we can just squeeze our way through to the end. So that is a huge gain in money, but we will be losing a fair, only 1 million at the moment. I mean, we are making pre-sales. I forgot what they're called. Anyway, so now that the vehicle should be put on sale, the Gente, it's not looking too good, is it? We already started out making negative money, but we'll wait and see. We do have a huge factory, so the vehicle needs to be put onto sale as quickly as possible, or it should be selling as quick as possible. But we are still minus in stock, but we're still losing money somehow. I mean, the loans, they aren't really helping us, but I just thought we were going to go bankrupt. I saw minus, what was that, 33 million? Anyway, Sposter is now being put up for sale, and it's looking much better than it did before. So, oh, that's a very reassuring feeling that the vehicles are finally selling and making us money. So on that note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode. I know we didn't make any new vehicles, but we facelifted both the Sposter and the Gente, and we should be looking good again, although we do have minus here again. We'll see what that means in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and goodbye.